Good morning, Pisces. How are you this morning? My name is Natalie. This is my new channel. I have a couple other channels, but I decided I like to talk a lot. And as a Pisces, just like you, hopefully that are watching, that I am, oh, excuse me, guys. I'm kind of trying to set up, I'm setting up as a Pisces, as a Pisces who's like you, I am trying to set up that in a way that is most beneficial to all. So let's jump right into it. Let's get right into it. So I decided to open up this channel so that I can draw oracle messages for you. And I may shut off this light. Excuse me, guys. I'm not completely dressed, but that's okay. I'm gonna shut off that light above just because it's really extra. It's a little extra, and I'm gonna try to change the lighting on here. I have a ring light, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. I gotta downtone it because it's super shiny on the face. Okay, that's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. So today I have a channel message for you. This channel is created for Pisces, all placements, and even cross watchers, because I'll be pulling an oracle message every day and channeling and sharing with you the message. And I believe that although this channel is specifically for Pisces, I believe that if you're cross watching, then all messages are and can be there. There could always be tidbits of messages that come through for you. And this channel is going to be more about channeling in some positive messages for you. So not getting deep down and personal, I don't think. But again, I'll be channeling, so I don't know. So there may be a deep personal message for you. And I'll share my insights on my own experiences because as us Pisces, we are, we've been around the block. It's like 12, we're the 12th sign on the of the zodiac, so we've been here many times before. And so we are here, most of us, a lot of us are empaths, and are finding our way to our true calling. And I was called today to do this, and I created this channel a week ago because I was called to. My grandmother, just a little bit of background about me. I'm a nurse, and that's why I have another channel that's a health channel. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. You can do that. But my grandmother was a healer herself. Like she was a reader. Like she could read people, she could read cards, she could and as a kid I always knew that I had this ability, but it was not fostered. Like there's not an ability that was fostered within, because you're taught, go to school, go do the things that's gonna bring you a living, so an income anyway. So I did that, and more and more I've been called to, I've been channeling. And then I realized that as Pisces, we have these abilities, and sometimes we suppress them because it's overwhelming. And sometimes we use substances to suppress them because the noise is loud. It's really loud, right? It's like, it's crazy. Like you're hearing things, you're picking up things from people, and sometimes it gets overwhelming. So you use alcohol, drugs, and things to self-medicate to kind of tone things down, because you feel like, hey, I'm going crazy. Like, what is going on? Like, how come I can see these things and other people don't see them? Like, and I'm telling them, and then you see things come around and they come true based on what you saw, but you're like, well, how did I know that? Like, how did I, really, like, how did I know that? Like, and and as you know, you spend your time also trying to drag other people with you. So let's get into the oracle message, and then I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into the channel message, because it was really interesting that I pulled this particular oracle message that I pulled this morning, and I pulled it for the Pisces collective, you know, whatever your placement is, for clarity and for transparency. I am a Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon, sun, Venus, and I'm Sagittarius rising, and I have some other fire in my other placements in my chart, and I think I have Pisces somewhere else in my chart also. But with that said, so when I pull this card, being that I was called to do this and I was thinking about doing this, it's called Planetary Waves. It's from Rebecca Campbell's Healing Waters guidebook, or her Healing Waters cards. And so this is what it looks like, if you can see. Rebecca Campbell's Healing Waters. I'm trying to get it in an angle. There you go. Rebecca Campbell's Healing Waters. And so as I was channeling and I pulled a card, I always pull from the bottom of the deck, just so you know, after I'm done shuffling and channeling. And so this is the card that came up. And you know, the card is called Planetary Waves, and I'm just gonna read to you from the book. And it says, soul mission, right? Trust the let me read it this way. Trust the, my eyes, guys, I'm getting older, so bear with me. Trust the inner call, soul team, right? So trust the inner call, soul team. And this is as I was thinking of considering coming here. This is the card I pulled. And I'm going to read directly from her book what it says, but you can see the card, and then we'll talk a little bit about the card and what I see in the card. But in the book says, soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. Your soul chose to come into this body on this planet at this moment and at this time. You didn't come here on your own. You are part of a larger soul team. Sometimes it can feel as if it's just you in this thing, all alone. But that couldn't be further from the truth. You're one droplet in a vast ocean of consciousness, here to flow with life. So she's basically saying here that we're here to find, we are here. We chose to come here, and we chose to come here to find our soul team and our life's purpose. You're being called to trust the current of your own river and to answer the call deep within. So your life's purpose. There you go. Take off the weight of responsibility that you need to travel this life on your own, right, Pisces? Like, so often, like, we feel like we're on our own, like, are we doing this alone? And then you realize you wake up one day and you realize, hey, I got spirit, I got my ancestors, I got these higher beings, God, whatever it is that you believe in, like, and you have yourself, you have your higher self to tap into, to guide you on this journey, and that you're not alone. You are not alone. And so with that said, it says, call in the ones who get you. Call in the ones who get you. Realize that you are part of a larger team. You are but one thread in the greater tapestry of life. So we are here, and we're here to find our soul team and the people that align with us and the people that jive with us, right? And as we do this, as we find the people that jive with us, well, interestingly, let me back up. Sometimes we find people along our way, right? They're here to teach us lessons also, but we find those people, and then we try to keep them with us on our journey. We try to control, right? And and bring them along with us in our journey. Even if when we see like it's not matching up, we're like, yeah, we can see them. We can see you. We can see you that you should come with us. And we want to take them with us because we think like, wow, it would be great like to have them with us because you see their potential. But not everybody is meant to go with you. And the interesting thing is that like the ones that are meant to go with you will go with you, and the ones that are not, they will fall off. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything but be you. And the more that you are just authentic and you're more yourself, the more the people that are meant to be with you will drop off, and then you'll find your ride or dies, right? You'll have your ride or dies. You'll have the ones that come and pass through. And so it gets a lot easier because you're not spending all your time just trying to take everyone with you on your trip. Not everyone's meant to go with you. Like let me give you, I'm gonna finish this here in a minute. There's a little bit more of this passage, but I was thinking, I have a cousin that I grew up with, and we were close. Like we kind of wanted to do the same thing. She's a doctor now, and I became a nurse, right? Like, but we did that on different paths. Like obviously the path to becoming a doctor and the path to being a nurse is a completely different path. But we both knew, we went to the same high school because we knew we wanted to go to medical school. Like we wanted to do something medical. And my life took a different path, so I went to nursing school, she went to medical school. And we don't really communicate that often. Like I mean, like we were close at one time, but we don't really communicate very often. Our lives, like we have our lives, things to do. So we went on vacation recently, and it was like yesterday. And that's the beauty of having your ride or dies or having a soul tribe, because like, you can have someone who you don't talk to for a long time, but they are still they're on this journey, and you just do a check-in and you go like, hey, how you doing? How things? Oh my God, like, and she's doing great. I'm doing great. And maybe there's sometimes you come back into contact, close proximity, because there's some closure that needs to be had, or maybe you just need to catch up. There's something about that interaction that needs to happen for you to continue on your path. So anyway, so your mission is clear. Keep doing what you're called to do. You'll never know the full impact that your being here on this planet will have, and is already having. Keep trusting the call deep within. The more you embrace what you truly are and surrender to the flow with the current you're being called to, the easier it will be for the people to find you. So basically she's saying like, hey, the more you surrender to the flow of who you are and what you're supposed to be, the people will find you. Like it's not like you gotta go out there and go find people, right? And for another example, I'm gonna give you another example. So I went on vacation, right? And everyone that I talked to said, hey, like you should stay here, you should do this, like you should do that. And I was called to go to a bed and breakfast. And not for any reason, but I was like, okay, no, like my heart yearns to be near the ocean, because I'm a fishy. And or no, I'm not a fishy, I'm a shark at this point. But yeah, but I'm a shark. So I like to be in the ocean or near the ocean. So I said, no, we're going to go to this bed and breakfast because you know what? I saw the pictures. I read the reviews, loved the vibe, made the reservation, spoke to the owner before I went. She was so kind and helpful. And so we went. I told my husband, yep, we're going to go I know it's a little bit further away from town where we wanted to go look or whatever, but we're going. And so we went. And we made really good friends. They're like, I would say they're like, I put them in the category of family now, because, and I didn't go there looking for family, right? But I followed my soul's guidance that said, no, don't go stay in a hotel downtown. Go to this place. This is where your heart wants to go. You want to be by the ocean. And doing that led me to people that are that I feel are part of my soul tribe. And, it's just amazing because it happened seamlessly. And my husband was like, how did you find this place? How did you know? I'm like, I didn't know. You know what? And they have played an integral part in some of the things that we want to do in our lives. And who would have known? I didn't know that. I didn't go there particularly looking for that. So it's when you stop looking and you start following your heart, that is when your soul tribe comes in. That is when those people come in that are going to be your ride or dies. Not when you're forcing people and you're telling them, hey, you need to come with me. Those people they have their own thing they're trying to do. And so you're kind of in a yin and yang with them, or you're going in different directions. You're trying to pull to the same direction, but you're going in different directions, as opposed to finding people on your path that are going in the same direction with you. And so you're going to flow a lot nicer. But when you try to take people with you who just want to do something else, who are not aligned with the flow that the path that you're taking, you're causing yourself delays to get to where you're going, right? Because if every time you go, you're on your path and you're going forward, and the person goes like, no, like, I gotta go back because I left something back here, come with me. And so you're taking like 10 steps backwards with them because they gotta go get something. Then they're not on your path, because whatever you left, like, you left it, like, it's gone. Like, you're just like, yeah, that's there. I don't need anything back there. This is where I'm going. But they keep going back to get things that they left behind, and they keep taking you with them to go get those things. And you're like, so it just makes your life a little bit harder when if that person becomes ready to stop going back and picking up the things that they left behind, they will eventually follow you or catch up with you if that's what's meant to be. But we can't drag people along with us. And as a Pisces who loves to help people, I'm always trying to drag people along with me in everything I do, whether it's like medically, like health wise, whatever. So, good lesson. So let me finish reading this off. Let me finish reading. So what did I say? The more embrace who you truly are and surrender to the flow with the current, you're being called to. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't normally read like this, but like I'm getting older and I can barely see this. Call to, the easier it will be for your people to find you. Okay, we read that already. Okay, like two rivers that meet, and remember that they're made of the same thing. You're not alone in your calling. Yeah, so you'll meet people that are like kind of like doing the same thing with you. So like stop. So I was called to this, and it was really interesting because like I've been going against the grain. I've been trying to do what I'm doing now on my other channel, and but the people that are watching that channel and that material that I'm putting on that channel, they just want like short 5-10 minute snippets about whatever health topic I'm talking about, and that's it, right? But I'm trying to give them like, I'm trying to talk about like spirituality and things like that, and they're just like, can you get to the point? And so they're pulling me away from that. So it was really interesting that this card came up as I'm being called to come do this and share this with you, Pisces. And so, like, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here with you. You guys just don't know. And if you would have asked me a year ago, I would have told you no, like this is not it. You know, I bought a couple decks because I was of decks of cards, tarot cards, because I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll pull cards for myself. And you know, recently I'm just called to share my insights with you because I think that as a healer and as you know as we as we start following our path, we start healing ourselves. And that's really, really important. So the bad behaviors, I don't want to call them bad, but they're, you know, those behaviors that you use to compensate for trying to shut out all the noise, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever it is that you've used to shut out the noise. Like, and then you start to realize, like, I don't need that stuff anymore. I don't need that stuff because you're healing and you're coming into yourself and you're just acknowledging who you are and you're learning how to deal with the noise, what it is that you need to do with the noise, and that you're learning that the noise is not just noise. The noise is a calling. The noise that you're shutting out is a calling. And the more that you use drugs or alcohol or whatever manner it is that you use to shut out that noise, you're shutting out your calling. And when that becomes like truly apparent to you guys, it's amazing how things change, because like, yes, the noise will be there, but it will be there in a different way, and you will find a different way to manage. You will eventually figure out and find a different way to manage the noise. And I'm sorry, I'm in a squeaky chair, so maybe next time I'll sit in another chair, but this chair squeaks. So as for today's affirmation, I want to share with you, this is the affirmation for today. I trust my inner calling and play my part in the greater plan. I trust my inner calling and I play my part in the greater plan. That means that you have to hear the noise. You have to hear the noise and you have to trust that that noise is there for a reason. And then it's not so much noise, it becomes a whisper. As the more you go to your calling, the more it becomes a whisper. But it becomes a whisper that you can decipher and you know what to do with. When you're hearing noise, it's when you're calling it noise, or when it seems like noise that you're trying to calm down because everybody else is telling you, like, hey, like, you don't, like, why are you doing that? Like, why would you do that? You know, it would be the same as if, like I told you, like I was called to make a reservation at a bed and breakfast on the beach in a little bit of a remote area in a place where we weren't really familiar with. And you know, it would be like if my husband would have said, like, no, I don't really think we should do that, like, I think we should do something else, but I was really called to do that. But the more we allow people to call us away from what we are called to do, right, and we don't align with ourselves, the further away we get from our calling, and the further away we get from our soul tribe, the people that are supposed to be with us on our path and going the same way. And what I believe happens is that the more you get, the more people, and it might not be a lot of people either. There may not be a lot of people, but there will be people. The more you find people on your path, the more you understand. Are those people, you know, you ever hear, like, some people are in your life for a season, some people are in your life for a reason, some people are in your life for forever, right? Like, or for a long time. And so the more you start to realize, you start to understand when you see people, like, you know, oh, that person's there for a reason. No, that person's there for, this person is here for a season. So when that person has to go, or if you have that breakup, if it's a let's say it's a boyfriend or a spouse, you know, you get to the point where you realize, like, the season's over, or you realize that, oh, like we're in this. This is the long haul. This one here is for the long haul, and you just know. You have an inner knowing that this relationship, whether it's platonic or not or romantic, it's in or familial, like you're in for the long haul. So with that said, I think I've said I don't know. I probably talked a lot already today, but I just wanted to, jump in here today, share this oracle message with you, share my insights with you, share what I channeled today, and I hope that helps you. And until tomorrow, I think like I said, either I'm thinking I'm going to do a daily oracle. This is new, and you know us Pisces, right? Like we like to jump in and get our feet like nice and dirty, and then we're like, oh, it's overwhelming. So I don't want to overwhelm myself, but I think like a daily oracle message for the collective of Pisces will help me and it will help you. So we're gonna try to do a daily, and I will tape it. It will be uncut, so I'm not editing anything out here because I think that whether there's some quirkiness from me, I think it's a good thing for you to see it all. Sometimes you'll see my face, sometimes you won't. And I just figured, since this was like one of my first well, this is my second oracle reading that I put on, but I wanted to talk more to you, that I would show my face so that you can definitely see who I am. So until next time, I'm sending you love and light. Thank you for joining me today on, and you know what, like I'm just looking at this and I'm like, what, guys, this is how crazy, this is how like super silly. Now I'm gonna look, because I just created the channel and I just named it, and it's really funny because it's like let me go back to the channel content. So like it's so the channel is, and you're there right now probably, if you're here you're watching. So it's called Pisces Cosmic Nudges. So yeah, so okay guys, so yeah, I'm here for your celestial guidance, for my guidance, and until next time, until tomorrow, you guys have a blessed day. Don't mess up anyone else's. And if you're not having a good day, just think about your soul tribe. Think about your soul tribe, okay? Love you guys. And yeah, if this is a little awkward, it's because it's my first time. So I'm trying to figure all this out in the setup, how I want to do it. And but I was called to do this today, so you're just getting me in the raw. All right guys, have a great day.